The wife of Ogun State Governor Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun has pledged unwavering commitment to advocating policies and programs that protect the rights of women and girls, ensure access to justice for survivors of gender-based violence, and create an environment where violence is neither tolerated nor ignored. Mrs. Abiodun made this known during the walkout to commemorate the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence against women and girls across the state. Margaret Okulola reports that the Speaker of the Ogun State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide, and the State Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Honorable Adija Adele, assured that the Violence Against People Prohibition Law will continue to be used in terms for the prosecution and conviction of offenders across the state. She completes the report.
November 25 to December 10 every year is a defining moment globally as the world observes 16 days activism against gender-based violence, a campaign that aims to raise awareness and mobilize actions against all forms of gender-based violence. This year, the campaign is led by the wife of Ogun State's Governor, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, in Ogun State, in collaboration with the State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, headed by the Commissioner, Honorable Adija Adele.
Various women support groups and organizations, non-governmental organizations, women associations, women leaders and functionaries joined the walk, including members of Spouses of Ogun State Government Functionaries Association, SOSFA.
One of our goals is to support all states to end up with zero GBV. And we are very proud that this state, Ogun State, is very strong. It's very powerful. It's one of those states that stand out when it comes to commitment.
The walk kicked off from Underbridge in Kuto, Abeokuta, the state capital, through NNPC, down to the state secretariat in Okemoson, and was later terminated at the newly renovated and commissioned Ogun State House of Assembly complex, where the Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide, received the team.
Not that we will pass, we will give any law you bring to protect the women a speedy and accelerated passage. We will.
Ogun State's Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Honorable Adija Adele, rolled out achievements of the current administration at keeping gender-based violence to the barest minimum.
Now, long-term goal is to have SAC in at least in each of our federal constituency. Now we have 4, 1 per zone. Skill acquisition centers attached to this SAC in order to empower our women so that very soon they'll be able to stand side by side with their male folk.
Wife of Ogun State's Governor, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, says the walk is not just a symbolic gesture, but a rallying cry for action against violence against women and girls.
The progress we have made thus far is encouraging, but the road ahead demands even greater effort. We must advocate for policies and programs that protect the rights of women and girls, ensure access to justice for survivors, and create an environment where violence is neither tolerated nor ignored.
With prompt enforcement of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law, VAP law, Ogun State remains one of the leading states at the forefront of eradicating gender-based violence, with the establishment of 4 sexual assault referral centers across the 4 zones in the state. The toll-free numbers include 080-0000-0555 and 080-0000-0666. Margaret Okulola, OGTV News.
A federal high court seated in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, has granted bail to human rights activist and lawyer Dele Farotimi in a cybercrime suit instituted against him by the Inspector General of Police. Farotimi was last week arraigned before a magistrate court in Ado-Ekiti over the petition written against him by legal icon Are Afe Babalola San over alleged defamation in his book titled Nigeria and its Criminal Judicial System. The IGP, however, filed a first suit marked FHC ADCR 104/2024 against Farotimi before the Federal High Court over a 6-count charge bordering on cybercrime. During the hearing on Monday, the presiding judge, Justice Bab, disagreed with the prosecutor, Samson Osubu, who argued for the court not to grant bail to the defendant as moved by his counsel. Justice Babs, in his ruling, granted the defendant a 50 million naira bail in like